late 90s kid. 96 for me. 1996.
Oh shoot, now I'm gonna have to get a lot more clever.
I'm like the generation of Pokemon and such that was on in the mornings. Not DuckTales.
The Pokemans.
Oh, there's the ALS. The ALS. That's what. Yeah.
So my poor little laptop just doesn't have the power to run OBS. OBS kind of like has this weird glitch where it will max out laptops or Mac laptops. So I've got all this stuff set up, all the OBS and streaming stuff set up on the desktop, which is on the other side of the room. So I've got cables and I'm running back and forth to try and get everything figured out. And this is just why this is so hard? Why must adulting? Why must internets?
Is that a mouse?
This?
Cool. It's like a giant mouse thing.
Oh, I forgot you can see this. Oh, you can see this. That's embarrassing.
I see you. You're live.
Hello.
Oh, dude, you actually put me in the text description this time.
Yeah.
Yay!
I didn't realize you were there last time. But now you're here. We are here together. That's
Sideshow Martin, back at it again.
Martin! I don't remember. There was a theme song. There was a show, Martin. And that was basically the theme song was Martin!
Oh. Nice. But also my brain isn't working at full capacity right now. It's kind of tired.
That's alright, it's expected.
Yeah, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
I probably did wash dishes for about 3 hours straight tonight.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
On the plus side, your fingernails should be really clean.
I'd say so, actually.
Bottom of it. I got gooey eraser underneath my fingers.
Dude, that needed eraser is so fun.
Yeah, it's great, right?
I haven't drawn in a while. I did draw on my first show. I added to that seal that I drew like a while ago.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
I actually wetted my thumb with my lips and then rubbed the paper to where the paper started to like break apart so the rock actually kind of looked rugged.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It
was fun.
Yeah, Liz, if you go to the art share zone in the Discord,
okay.
There's a picture of a pile of dishes that I had to do. And there's still more on the side of the picture, but you can see that.
It's tremendous. It's a very large pile.
Why so many dishes?
Because I work in the hot foods, and hot foods makes a lot of food. A lot of food gets a lot of dishes.
Holy cannoles!
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to help out at the clean out the bakery when I worked at Costco. And like we had a giant power wash machine. Like the machine was this giant kind of room of a monstrous thing. And we would just stack up like these wheelie carts loaded with dishes and just kind of close the door and let it run for 10 minutes.
See, that would be nice. I don't have that.
I always came home covered in like icing and what else, whatever whatever bakery things are made and used in bakery
I hope
baking.
someone questioned you about you being covered in frosting. I think it was actually frosty.
Frosty.
I'm horrible.
Oh, okay, let's see.
I think. Okay, this should be set up first.
Mantis, what are you gonna do with your art? What are you gonna do with it?
Oh, which one? This guy?
Yeah, this guy.
I'm gonna probably do a little bit of inking around things just to do some borders maybe. But I kind of like the way the thing dried. I'm unsure.
The left
Basically, I
side
don't know.
reminds me of two things at the same time. It reminds me of like pine trees and mountains at the same time.
Hmm.
But I don't know the right kind. Kind of looks like I know somebody I can remember who said there are like some towers.
Oh yeah,
I think it
teams like
was
the towers
Theory.
in Malaysia. Yeah. I'm going for the Mountains of Madness here. So I'm gonna put a quotation down here, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with the actual drawing part of it. I have to straighten this thing out. Oh, do you wear gloves?
I see that. No.
Huh. Are your hands all like pruny and wrinkly?
Somewhat, but also you'd be surprised how stainless steel like pans will cut you on the sides
Yeah.
a lot.
I believe
Like
that. How many times have you been cut
I
at work?
I've cut myself once with a knife, and oh my god, what you're doing with that piece of paper scares me. The like the other 20 times have been sides of pans.
Jesus,
Yeah.
that's wild. Swiss Alps. We got the right one looks like a pod racer or something from the Wipeout game. Oh, like the front of it this way, right? And it's the
Oh, I
cockpit.
see.
These sits. I wasn't going for like the idyllic mountains. The Swiss Alps are very much like the perfect mountain range from what I understand of them. But I want
Yeah.
something
I
kind of
like. I was there
darker.
when you made that. And you're like adding black glue in it kind of scared me.
Yeah, I want to make it a little freakier. So these are going to be the Mountains of Madness, but I want to explain. I'm looking for a quotation right now.
I really want to see like some red, like a really like almost like crimson red in that as well for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just
I
to
was
like
I was
offset
trying
the
to do
blue.
that. Yeah, I was really trying to do that, but it's very faint. You're right. I really wanted more red too. Um, oh, you need a V? A V animal? What's a V animal?
I don't even remember what day I'm on now, to tell you guys the truth, because I was like, yeah, I'm on. What did I say? I was on V, and I was wondering. I was like, I'm on V, and now I want to start T, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not how the alphabet goes.
It's T U V. It's close.
So I think I need W. Gesundheit.
Sorry, those two. Oh my gosh, the ear holes.
Sorry. I couldn't mute both things at once. I had to mute the stream, but I didn't get to quick enough. I wasn't quick enough to mute the Discord. Sorry. You should keep me on quiet. Yeah, they're jagged and angular, which adds the unsettling nature of them. That's kind of what I was. I'm glad it worked out. Like, this is really unsettling down here, which I like. I messed up the dimensions a little bit. I wanted this to be in the back, but I don't know. It doesn't have to be linear. Like, H.P. Lovecraft's mind never traveled in a straight line, so let's go with that. I need a push to mute button. Is that a thing? Gaga said, Vixen, for your letter B.
Ooh, Vixen. That's one I'd been tossing around that one, Vulture and Viper. I like Vixen though.
Ooh. Got some ideas. Ooh, Viper's a cool one too.
Vampire squid.
A vampire squid. The scariest of the squids.
That it's actually. I don't know.
There's a lot of You could do vampire blank.
Well, I thought was it vampire bat?
Is that an actual bat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought
It actually sucks blood.
Definitely freaky and weird.
Wasn't so much that it sucks the blood, is it creates a puncture wound and then laps at the blood that comes out.
Yeah, but
sure, right. With a vixen, you could add in the autumnal reds and oranges, which would be cool. Yeah. I see that.
I like that. I did F for fox earlier in the month, but I was trying to go for more like a winter fox on that one. So yeah, a nice little fall fox. I mean vixen.
I mean, fox.
The poem's not the most interesting, or the story's not the most interesting. I came
Have
up
you
with
done any
madness.
snakes though?
I have not done a snake yet. Hey Joe. Hey Suki. Hey Suri. Hey Thomas. I have buddies. It's my bros.
And
I have friends.
Oh, it's popping off in the YouTubes.
All right, now here comes the fun part of trying to figure out how to get the chat and Mantis stream going.
You're running OBS, right?
Yeah.
It might still be there from the last time we did this. I don't know if you name your sources. I started naming my sources after I have like too many of them now, so I had to name them, otherwise I get confused.
Mine was doing this weird thing where, okay, we're gonna escape out of that view, and I'm gonna just, until I get this figured out, because I don't know what might pop up. Nothing scandalous, mind you, but
We're all tuning in.
yeah, everyone's tuning in. I was doing Christmas shopping earlier, and I don't want people who might see what I was Christmas shopping for.
are you gonna buy me something for Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
You haven't been here long, but you think you're gonna head off getting pretty tired. Oh yeah, for sure. It's super late for you. My schedule these days are generally Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. Generally starts around 8 my time, so a little past midnight for you. I tend to stream pretty late, so I know it doesn't really work out too well for the UK. Sometimes I get Saturday mornings, but very rarely. I've only had
Did
one
you
like the
do
past month.
a Saturday morning this week?
Yeah, I did. It's
Sorry,
pretty rare.
I missed it.
I'm starting to advertise on the Discord, but it's a lot of it's tough for the UK viewers in that part of the world to catch the stream, so I don't
I'm
get me.
actually happy that you made that stream announcement thing.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I think I like it a lot. It'll be nice to get that stuff out there. This week might be hit or miss, actually, because there's a lot of busy stuff going down, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a tremendous amount of time, but I will be updating whenever possible. You're off all week, so you should be around those times unless something comes up. Okay, cool. Thanks for coming by again, and thanks for the sub. That was amazing. Still at a loss for words every time something like that happens to me. So thank you so much for your support. And have a great night. Sleep well. And at mountains. Oh, this is on top of the stream. Whoops. Whoops.
What's on top of the stream?
Oh, I was looking for quotations and it's like covering up your stream list.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm still, my stream isn't really, my poor buddies are probably bored to tears because right now it's mostly just like a downward look at my mouse pad.
Oh, Quagga? That's a nice one.
I haven't heard
Those
it.
are so cute.
I've never heard of one of those. What is it?
It's like some weird Australian aminal, and they're just adorable. They're like a sea otter, but on land, and they have like the face of the cutest animal. Oh, Jerry, going to stream tonight, tomorrow, and probably Tuesday, and as Wednesday, and wisdom teeth. Oh, you're getting the wisdom teeth thing happening.
Ooh.
Good luck.
I had two of mine taken out, And everything went smoothly. I mean, there was a minor infection, blah, 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 blah. But I still have two of my wisdom teeth that are growing entirely perpendicular to the row of teeth, and it's keeping my teeth in line. It's very, very weird. Like the x-rays, if you look at a dental x-ray, there are teeth that are just not seen in the mouth, but they're growing completely perpendicular, like 90 degrees to the row of teeth.
That's
And
really...
getting all four taken out? Savage. Hopefully they give you the good stuff, painkillers afterwards.
Yeah, mine haven't come in at all.
Really?
So, yeah.
Are they there? Like, do they show up on the x-rays?
Yeah. I mean, they're there. They just
Yeah.
don't want
Pop
to
through.
pop. Yeah. Oh, see, good luck, Jet.
Good luck on those wisdom teeth. That's gonna suck. I mean, it's gonna be... You're fine. It'll be great. Good times.
If they give you the Vicodin, you should definitely stream on Vicodin. Just saying. Just saying.
I promised somebody one of these days I would live stream after a couple glasses of wine, but I don't know.
Don't stream.
It'd probably just basically be like naps.
Yeah, Mantis. Saying you do have the sticker maker thing still up?
It has a... Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna keep that one up there for a little bit.
Okay.
It looks good.
It looked good.
It looks great.
On day one. Completely 100.
Literally the first day. So, it's supposed to come in on Wednesday, if all goes according to plan. I gotta check on shipping again.
Nice.
Oh, your daughter's gonna take care of you? That's great. Yeah, it's a little bit of a recovery time. It's funny because you think it wouldn't because it's just teeth, but I don't know, it's teeth. The way the great mountain chains are held and shoved up. I need to find a better quotation quickly. Oh, she's 6.
Aw, she's the best helper.
Oh.
She thinks Twinkies and cookies will fix it, and I think she's right.
I mean, probably not. She probably won't be able to eat solid food for about maybe a week and a half.
Protein shakes and Ensure. It's gonna be the thing.
Yeah, my dad got his wisdom teeth out at like 40, so I might not need that. I might not ever.
Okay. Okay. Now I think I got it settled. I got the chat up. I got Mantis up.
You got Martin
We got Martin going.
going.
Oh, Thomas, so what I meant was like I got a better idea of what you're wanting, what you're talking about in your story. That's what I meant. Not like I have this great brilliant idea, it's just I have a better understanding. Which is half the battle. Okay.
Knowledge is half the battle.
The more you
People
know.
like Amaryl. Wait, I'm confused then. Maybe I don't know what a quagga is. Because the animal I was thinking of, I typed in quaggo. Stump.
Quagga.
Oh my god, that's so weird. Look up this quagga. This is a thing that must be done. Look
The
this weird ass animal.
I need that link.
Jesus, that looks unreal. Alright, let me send this link.
is that
This is weird.
the donkey zebra?
Yeah. That's a quagga. That's not what I was thinking of. There is an Australian aminal that I think it starts with a Q, and it's really,
What?
it has like an adorable face.
Dude, that's a Photoshop.
Well, they died out in 1883, so they've been extinct for a long time, according to Tsuki.
Oh, okay, so...
We can't pull the wool over Martin's eyes. He knows a Photoshop donkey when he sees one.
I hate you sometimes, but I love you at the same time. Get full of mine.
Okay, quokka. That's the one you want to look up. You want to look up a quokka.
Quokka?
Quokka. This is the cute animal.
Oh my god.
You can draw one of those little things. It's unreal, right? It looks like a stuffed animal.
I want to draw one holding an ice cream cone.
Many kangaroos or something.
Oh, somebody photoshopped one holding a knife.
Hey. Evil over Liz's eyes.
Oh, they are little marsupials. Look, they got a little pouch. Oh, there's a baby.
And they also have those like extremely poisonous venom sacs in their claws.
Dude, they look like
They must be
happy, you know? And alternative motives.
They're trying to get inside your house.
Ulterior motives.
Guys, check that out. Oh man. It kind of looks like it's like it had its wisdom teeth taken out, so it's got like cotton stuffed in its cheeks.
Oh yeah, it really does.
What is that like? Mantis slappedham.com?
What?
That's legit. Look at this cute little guy. World's happiest aminal, quokka.
Quoll. Look at that. That is awesome. Like a Dalmatian rat weasel thing. Dude, that's a Dalmatian weasel right there.
That's my vote. I'm voting for the quokka.
I should draw a quokka riding a quagga.
Okay, no. Shoot.
I don't know the reference, Thomas. What's the reference? Roxanne from Goofy Movie as a police officer.
Roxanne, when you turn the red light or something. I don't know.
I'm sorry, buddies. I've been streaming for okay, my thing is saying 23 seconds. I know it's been a little longer than that.
It disconnected for a second.
I've been live streaming for I don't even know how long, and nothing has gotten done yet. I'm sorry. This is probably super boring. Let's do a thing.
Yeah, just look at that link in your chat.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool.
Oh! Martin got the reference. Yep. Roxanne is the name of the song from The Police. A+, 10 out of 10.
What the world? It's
cool.
Very bizarre. It's like a weird. It's just a weird.
It's a weird. It's an Australian weird. We come upon the wild Australian weird in its natural habitat.
Sounds about right. Australia's got the coolest.
It may kill you, but it may not. Well, I never know.
Everything in Australia is trying to kill you. Like, that's just you. Everyone there is absolutely like delightful and polite, but everything else in Australia is trying to kill you. That's why the people have to be so nice.
They gotta protect each other.
Yeah, they're like, you know what, guys, everything else is trying to kill us. We need to band together. There's no way any of us will survive this.
But what if I don't want to focus? And
Oh, hold on.
more falls. Dude, I love that ringtone. Oh no!
Hello?
Hello.
Is it me
Where'd you
that
go?
you're looking for? Oh, wait, no, that's not it. What is, what, gosh, what is, aw, pop culture reference failed.
Mantis, is you still here?
He's probably muted.
Oh, he just got his call. So, hi, chat. And also other chat.
Hi, Martin.
Oh god, that's scary.
I should pop out both chats, so then that way I can see what's going on.
Weird.
Is that a thing? Can I do that? Mantis Man.
Maybe.
Okay, I did it.
You did the thing.
I did the thing. I successfully did the thing.
And
It was
you did the thing.
amazing.
It was amazing.
That was the end.
You saw the signs.
I saw the sign.
I love Mantis just wrote a little sticker on the phone. Just put it up the stream.
He's ordering pizza. Oh, I see his arm. Does Australia have any mythologies? I would assume so. Most of them are probably Aborigine. Um, but they have no skinwalkers. That's not Australia.
That's Australia.
That's not Australia.
You can't pull mine like that. A new person came into the stream. That is not streaming. What's happening?
Cryptids. They've got Suki says they've got a couple cryptids. I would imagine they would probably have a lot of cryptids, and I would assume that a lot of like their mythology is probably, as I said, based on the Aborigines tribes. But that's when I don't know. I don't know too much about them. Boop.
Boop.
I want to say I thought I heard like there's something about like a billabong that people kept getting drowned in, but it's been a long time since I heard that story, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you Jack Sniffles about it.
Jack's what now?
Jack Sniffles.
What?
Instead of Diddley's squats, it's Jack Sniffles.
Oh. The more you know.
The more you know. Oh, the bunyip. Yeah. Yowie. Okay. In the dream time. Mm-hmm. Rainbow Serpent. I don't think I know that one. It's your boy Martin.
See, my YouTube handle and my Twitch handle are completely different.
It's because you're trying to be incognito.
Well, nice to have two different, more than one just screen name sometimes.
It makes it a little harder for the stalkers to find you.
Sometimes I want them to find me.
So what's everybody know? Everyone have a good weekend?
I didn't.
Well, you were washing many dishes.
Well, yesterday I had to work hot foods in the deli, and it wasn't fun because it was a sale day, and there's like 100 something people all at once.
That is not a good day.
We've got really annoying, pesky people that want to get to deli meat and leave the store as fast as possible, but none of that happens. It's not fun.
It's like it's like, did you guys not see how busy we were when you were trying to find a parking spot? We were obviously
Really though.
like not, you know, it's not a slow day today. It's a pretty busy day. You'll have to wait. It always bogged my mind at Costco when we'd have people come up to the register and they were just all kinds of ticked off and they were more than ready to take it out on us. And they're like,
Oh, yeah.
you guys are just so busy. Like, I can't believe I had to wait in line this long. And then there's all the time it took me to find a parking spot. And it's like, well, yeah, if it took you, that long to find a parking spot, it's probably going to take you a while to get through the store. That's just, common sense.
Yeah. Our parking lot isn't that big. Excuse me, I'm yawning and I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Another Australian mytho is this pencil, this very tall shadow creature who defends children from these ape-like tricksters with raccoon tails. There's also an Australian vampire, kinda, called the Yara Ma Yahoo.
Yarmahoo!
Hoo 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 hoo.
Yamahi.
Maria ha ha.
Numa numa. Sorry.
It's all right. We've come to expect it now. We've come to expect this behavior.
Good. Oh, Mantis is drawing something. Letters. Oh. But I can't keep them.
Oh no. There we go.
Mantis is predicament.
What is he? Is he writing in script?
I don't know what he is doing. So I could not help
Twirling the pencil?
feeling.
You might say feeding. No,
Just
feeling.
feeling. I cannot help feeding. I mean, that's a statement in itself. I cannot help feeling.
Do you think a movie based on obscure mythologies could work out, or would they be a flop given how the main public knows very little of them? I think if a movie was done cleverly, based off of a obscure mythology, it would actually do rather well. For example, oh, go ahead.
If it was explained well, or not, like if there's like a story base like if the story had like enough, plot points and action points to it, I think so. I think it'd do very well.
Well, like, I don't know if you guys who might have played this, but Until Dawn was was in my opinion a pretty successful video game for what it was doing. It was very ambitious, but it was also very
I really like it.
fun. I enjoyed it. It was basically like a scary movie simulator, and it was based off of a mythological creature. And I mean, some of it, if you knew the creature, then you're kind of like, oh, I know where this is going. But if you didn't, it was kind of like, oh, what's this shenanigans? I mean, it was still like it was really good. It was successful. I enjoyed it anyway.
By the way, on your stream, Mantis's stream isn't capturing right. Just so you know.
What's it doing?
It's still stuck on his mountains and drawing stuff on his stream, like little letters, but it doesn't show that on your stream.
Okay, let me see what's going on.
Not that it's like I could not help feeling that we
I don't know. On my screen, it looks like he's writing letters.
on your like OBS capture or whatever you're using.
No, on my on the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on your YouTube stream. I don't know how to do so.
Okay, let me refresh.
Oh, never mind. That's good.
Okay. All right, we're good then.
You're good.
I don't know. I think movies based off of obscure mythologies would be a nice break from sequel hell we're stuck
I'm
in.
so sorry.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Oh no, sorry. I was meaning to mute myself, but I ended up muting all of you guys at the same time, so the stream was like dead silent. Hey Shadinja, what's up? Sorry, I was on the phone to take some family calls.
I like your ringtone, by the way.
Okay, there's a story behind that. That song was like 3.5 years old. It's maybe 2 years old, but it was the only song I had in my phone for the longest time. Like the only MP3 I had. So I was like, okay, I'll just use this as my ringtone because why not?
Dude, my first MP3 player had Burgalicious on it.
That's great.
Burgalicious definition. Go.
It took me too long to realize that your voice, and I'm not. It took me entirely too long to realize that was my voice and not talking from the Vine videos. Oh, there were Vine videos? Were you guys playing Vine videos?
No, we weren't.
Oh. What are we doing here? I'm working on this. It's the Mountains of Madness by H.P. Lovecraft. He wrote the story, and I'm doing an illustration for it. So I like doing H.P. Lovecraft stuff because all of his stuff is in the public domain. So it's freedom. And the line I'm going to use is, "I could not help feeling that they were evil things." This is the first part. Mountains of madness, whose farther slopes look out over on some accursed ultimate abyss. He's like really all about that dark shit. Oh, you were playing them on the side. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so the voice stream was real quiet and awkward. And now it's...
Yeah, we were talking about other stuff.
Oh yeah, what were you guys talking about? I missed.
We were having a chat about Australian mythological things.
Oh, neat. Which
Yeah,
ones?
the Thomas person, I think, or
Oh, I see the joke.
Thomas. Yeah, he was talking. He was asking if an obscure mythological could work out, or would they work out as a movie, or would it flop, given the main public knows very little of them?
I think it would have to be redone, like using the ideas of it, but not straight up being. It would have to be just imaged over, or like I hate using the phrase whitewashed, but you know what I mean. They do that to Asian movies all the time, and they turn it into like American horror films.
Mm-hmm.
What I was saying is there would have to be a good story and plot points behind it, like action, to convey the mythological thing. And then
Yeah,
he was
that's definitely
talking
true.
about an Australian vampire called Yara Ma
I thought it was Mara
Yahoo.
Yahawahu. I'm done.
Yeah, hey,
Yara.
mama, who?
And that's exactly what I did.
Ah, you beat me
Mar-
to it.
Martin did not disappoint. He stepped up for you on that.
Oh, you went ham with it.
That was that song too many times.
Excellent.
I would love to see a well done movie about a skinwalker, because those suckers are terrifying.
What is a skinwalker?
Um, they no, and it does vary depending on who you get your mythos or where you get your mythos from, but it's basically like um, a being that will rip your skin from you and walk around in it, and then they'll eat your juicy insides.
So put the lotion on the skin.
Or it gets the hose.
Dot.
It's Buffalo
Yeah, it's a
Bill,
Great film.
walks in your skin.
or else he gets the hose again.
Yeah.
Um, but I read somewhere like some say that a skinwalker can only repeat like the last couple words it heard. So I had this idea for a short, scary comic where like two hunters are out in the woods and they hear someone yelling help, help, and they go to help, help, and it's a trap.
It is a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a tarp.
It's dark.
That's a good idea. Does Vine still exist?
I thought it was shut down.
No, it was shut down.
It's just all the videos that are archived, right? Okay. Vine is so brilliant. There's that one Vine compilation video. It starts off with the kid, and he jumps into the trash can. Have you seen that compilation? It's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And he jumps in the trash can and it slides away.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Compilation.
Oh, it closed. Vine closed down a couple years ago, but you see a lot of compilations for it on YouTube.
I see a lot of the try not to laugh stuff.
Which ones?
Try not to laugh.
What was the guy? He had little fake flowers in his hair and was obsessed with oranges.
I know what you're talking about. And his berries.
Berries, my. And there was another one. She was like, it was for Christmas, and it was my favorite one of all. Just because she was holding the camera in one way, doing something, and then it just like last second snapped, and the camera was expertly moved to a different position, and it just like completely changed theme. And for the life of me, I couldn't tell you anything else about it other than that. I was just amazed by the camera motion.
There's that magician guy too. It was closed down a couple years ago, but you see compilations on YouTube a lot. Knew that line, and they were roommates.
Liz, your YouTube says Inktober S for Sea Slug, and it's only like 21 seconds. For some reason.
Yeah, I hit stream early, and then I canceled it, but it still uploads that one.
Oh. Wendigos? Until Dawn. That's a Wendigo movie? Or Wendigo video game?
Yeah, Until Dawn. So spoilers. It's about Wendigos.
Wait, back up. What is?
Explain that.
What's a Wendigo?
Yeah.
So a Wendigo is someone who has consumed human flesh, and
Okay.
they kind of go feral, and kind of oftentimes kind of thought of as, like, I guess goes hand in hand with werewolves, or even hand in hand with the skinwalkers.
Okay.
But they're a Native American lore. But yeah, it's when someone like consumed human flesh and they become obsessed with it. They have to keep ingesting human flesh, and it becomes an obsession and a drive, and they go all out bonkers. It was a common sort of story, like back in the days when, during the winter you got stormed in, you didn't see people for months. So like cabin fever, sort of insanity, and times were tough. You ran out of food, people died, you ate them. So it's just sort of like that's where the Wendigo kind of came from.
Mm-hmm.
The Wendigo.
Oh, Wendigo?
Yeah, Wendigo, sorry.
Wendigo?
I like to call them the Wendigo.
Yeah, we were talking about the video game that is based off that called Until Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based off the butterfly effect.
Yes.
Where like gives you a series of fast action choices, and each choice branches off into another one. And the game is like, this is spoiler-ish, but it involves Wendigo, and there are like 5 or 6 college students or something, like they're past high school, and they all go up to like the mountains for like a get together.
It's in memory of someone who had died a couple years. Yeah. Like, I guess they used to do that all the time, and then there was a death, so they go back to kind of like in memory of. Sorry, go ahead.
Uh-huh. There's like one brother, and both of his sisters died, so they went up to the mountains on the same date as when they died to like remember them, and at the end of the game, there's a lot of choices in the game, and like different routes for different people. And the point of the game really is to get everybody alive. But when you first play through it, you're probably not going to get that to happen.
Yeah, because if you don't,
it's a really fun game.
Yeah, like if you don't play, I mean, not even just like what choices you make, but like if you don't play the game well enough, because it's one of those, what is it? It has a command pop up on the screen, and you have to press that button within a short period of time.
Yeah, like a quick time events.
Yeah. So if you don't do that well enough, it will affect the outcome of the game as well. And then there are all these little totems that are hidden throughout the game. And collecting those reveals clues that might affect how you. It's really, like, on the surface, it sounds like a sort of mocking of or it's honestly on the surface it sounds like a stereotypical college kids go up to the mountains and scary shit happens sort of scary movie that usually gets maybe a half a star on Netflix. But they put a lot of thought into it. Like I mad props, and the graphics are also very gorgeous.
Sorry, I blanked out what were you talking about on Netflix.
So, do you guys think a modern movie would still be scary if they used some stop motion? Um,
Ooh, like stop motion animation? No.
yeah, like see a studio like Leica or Henry Selick making a horror movie with stop motion monsters. Yeah, that would be. It would be. I think it would kind of depend on how they implemented it. Because it could be.
I'd like to see like a really like 80s kind of movie style mixed with like a new age movie style.
Mm-hmm.
Like a stop motion sort of thing, but like also with newer technology.
Well, I could see you using the stop motion to animate like the movements of the I'm going to say monster, villain, monster, creature to capture like that real stiff jointed motion and use kick back to some VFX to just help solidify them in the environment. I could see that, and I bet you Leica would be able to do something like that. They could pull it off. They're freaking amazing. Kubo and the Two Strings, anyone?
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it's so good.
It's good?
It's very good. I think it's one of their best.
It's all animated, right?
Yeah, it's all stop motion. Kubo and the Two Strings?
Wait, like traditional animation where every frame was drawn?
No, like stop motion, like every puppet was moved.
That's with puppets?
Yeah.
What?
Like how, Nightmare Before Christmas was animated, or Coraline, Box Trolls.
Coraline was such a great movie.
Oh yeah, Coraline was so successful.
That's very cool. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, Kubo.
If that's kind of the stop motion you're talking about, then yeah, I could see that doing well.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I think of, or because Leica is just such a master at their craft. Thomas wanted Kubo to win. I wanted Kubo to win as well. Who did it go up? Did it go up against Frozen? Who did we? Alice saw Kubo.
I feel like Frozen was the year before.
Okay, well then who did?
But I could be wrong.
Who did Kubo go up against?
Oh, ALSS, you saw Kubo? I've been meaning to see it. It's on Netflix now, I think.
Yes.
But it is in my plans. How small can I get this?
You know what you should watch on Netflix? A show called Limitless.
I actually did watch that.
Really good.
It's pretty catchy.
I did it for the rules.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on watching the whole thing. And then one day I watched
a movie too.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that. So. But it's on like the mental bucket list.
Oh, Thomas is saying it went up against Zootopia. Ah, and you know what? Zootopia.
Huh.
That's definitely a tough run.
I thought Zootopia was good.
Nice.
Yeah. But I hated that Shakira song from it.
What?
What?
I thought it was so bad. It's so cliche.
Well, yeah. It's. I mean,
What
it's.
makes it good?
I don't think it's good. That's like musically, I don't think it's that good.
I mean, I like half agree, but like the movie.
It's so catchy. And it's so catchy, and it's trying to pick you up when you're down. Dust yourself off.
You gotta get down to get up. Move around.
Birds don't just fly, they fall down, then get up. Nobody learns without getting it wrong.
Nobody's perfect.
You can't give up. No, you can't give in till you reach the end, and then you start again.
But I can give in. Don't tell me all my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's like real literal. There's like no wordplay there going on. Is there? Let me read it again. You know, with like Disney, they always throw in some like witty little thing, like in Let It Go, she says it's a kingdom of isolation. Isolation.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched Frozen, and I will never watch Frozen.
Honestly,
you won't eat burgers.
No, I just don't want to watch that movie.
In all honesty, like if you just watch the sequence where she sings "Let It Go," you've seen the entire movie. You're good.
Never.
I liked. We thought we were talking about Shakira. We were in Zootopia when she was the gazelle. Apparently, when they were doing her design, someone insulted Dina Menzel. I cannot right now, guys. I just cannot.
Ban Hammer.
I don't actually know anything about her as like a person or a singer or anything.
I heard her in what was it? Oh, Pickles. I heard her in Wicked, and she was wicked in Wicked. And I heard her in Rent, and she was pretty good in Rent. Thomas begs the question, do the people of Zootopia know what birds are?
Birds?
Burbs. Tweet, tweet.
Not birds. Birds.
Birds.
Why would they not?
Because all of the animals, they were all mammal, weren't they? There weren't anything non-mammalian. We didn't see any anthropomorphic birds.
So I'm trying to
Zootopia. I've never watched it once, and I was like half paying attention to it.
It's sort of like
remember any birds.
It's sort of like the question of, well, what do
Pokemon eat?
Yeah, what do Pokemon eat? What do
Oh no, that question has actually been answered.
What do they eat?
In the anime, there's like one scene where they're out, like there's like a full buffet in like the first season, and there are like fish in the background, and aquarium and stuff. But like that's like what people eat in Pokemon. But Pokemon, I would assume they would eat like fish and stuff. But,
fish or Magikarp?
Actually, you can't eat Magikarp because the scales are very tough.
But you get what I'm implying.
No, there are actual
tells us. Oh, this ends with lore. Interesting.
Ah.
Okay, I mean it makes sense. I mean it's just like nature, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's just kind of weird because
nature kill each other.
I think the thing is, it's just kind of odd because we're supposed to. They're all our friends. Pokemon are friends, not food. Except for that one, it's going to be a burger.
Slaves and we battle them.
Was that the whole plot of Black and White? Like Team Plasma?
I don't know.
One of those teams, the plot was to free all the Pokemon from their human oppressors. It's like PETA.
Go look at some of the Sun and Moon entries. They get pretty dark. Hey, May! Salazzle.
Some of the original ones are pretty dark. Was that a moon pun going down here?
Wah, wah, wah.
Forms a reverse harem. Oh, so like what's it called? Polyandrous society?
Maraha?
Oh my gosh.
Mara?
No, oh my gosh. The Salazzle female form is like super like bloody, and it's a kids game, and it like scares me just a little bit.
There are polyandrous societies. It's like an Eskimo society that there's like one female and multiple males living with her because they need all the men to like move the sleds or something like that. I remember reading about this and I took a class on sexuality. It's pretty cool. Human sex. Speaking of weird sex things, well, we weren't talking about weird sex things, but
We are now.
You weren't. You might not have been. I don't know about y'all.
It's a great segue into weird sex things. Anglerfish? How many times have I talked about weird anglerfish things? How the male, like...
And it was already on it.
how the male anglerfish would, like, bite onto the female's anglerfish, because it's really small. The male is, like, super small compared to the female. He bites onto her and then fuses into her body and releases sperm. And that's how they, like, reproduce.
So, Ninja and me posted a picture of this Lazzle in Sun and Moon.
Salazzle.
Yeah, that was weird. Only females of the Salazzle have been found.
No, they're males.
Well, that's what the entry
Very
said.
rare.
No, but the entry in the Pokedex.
I know.
I'm just reading what it says.
Oh, no.
Reverse harem of males in Elizabeth. Filled with pheromones. Its poisonous gas can be diluted to use in the production of luscious perfumes. Luscious perfume. Weird.
What does it evolve from?
It basically evolves from like salamander.
Anglerfish are so cool, right? Ever since there was
Right.
anglerfish boss in Legend of Zelda, the second one for the Game Boy, and ever since I saw one of those, I was like, what is this? I need this animal.
Here, I'm actually wrong, Liz. The male cannot evolve into Salazzle.
Oh, okay. I apologize profusely to all Pokemon
All male Salazzles.
Salazzles and Salandits out there. I apologize profusely in my ignorance. I am taking
2017. Don't want to assume genders.
I should know better.
Male and female Salazzles alike. It bothered me that Banjo Tooie had Lord Wu Lord Wu backpack. Except anglerfish. Not large and not male. Yeah, they're all the females, right? The males are boring as shit in that world, which is weird. Because normally male animals are the ones that are over the top. Their craziness. Like betas and peacocks. Salazzle can only be female. Oh, you have a competitor.
No. He said what I said.
Okay. It's weird living in two different time zones.
Salazzle.
Oh, hey, what's up, May? I'm like all over the place, I feel like, with all these different chats.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up and draw a vulture.
Your vulture looks nice.
Thank you.
I can only see it through Mantis' stream now. Because every time I try to open up your YouTube goes forever. but that's not me. Yeah, Mantis, my computer's been like super shitty after I cut that fan.
I can imagine.
No, it's not like it's overheating or anything. It's just like the Wi-Fi connection is just worse for some reason.
Oh yeah, I should enjoy. There really is a lot of stuff going on because there's like me doing this thing, and then there's the past version of me on Melissa's stream too.
That's a lot to take in.
It's like looking into the past. We should do an Inception where I put another you, or I put the lag you on here.
The lag you.
Just like in the corners of each window, just include like a previous stream of a previous stream showing a previous stream.
Yeah.
So, if you ever want to hear the most demonic thing, open up multiple tabs of Bob Ross.
At the same time, it just opens.
At the same time, it's literally demonic.
So I tried to listen to Bob Ross at work the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, I started getting stressed out. I was like, wait a minute.
No.
How do I get stressed out over at listening to Bob Ross? This is not how it's supposed to work.
See, for me, it's more like background noise. It's like you shouldn't really be paying attention to it. Like it's not the point of having it to watch is not to watch it. It's just like to listen. You catch my drift.
I spent a little bit of time seriously watching it, but then
I mean, like so
I
why?
agree. It's more fun to just have it on as background. Damn it, my beat looks all weird. When you look into the past looks back into you.
Oh shit.
Ooh, damn. There's a lot of times going on here.
Time, everywhere, time.
So May is having a hard time thinking of an outfit for an anthropomorphic bee character she's working on. Have you guys ever heard of a blue bee? There are blue bees.
That's what I heard.
I have not.
These things are amazing. May showed me them a couple days ago. I will hunt one up. We will until then look at a drawing or a painting a friend made of one for me. And then
the only reason why I know it is because of your friend the other few days ago.
Oh yeah, May, you were working on the outline of the blue bee before, right? And then you're working on the finishing touches.
she's
Because I'm not feeling that they're evil things. Mountains of madness. These farther slopes look out over some accursed ultimate abyss.
Is Ray Bradbury public property yet?
Ooh, you trying to do a Fahrenheit 441?
Well, actually, I was thinking the Halloween tree.
I've never heard that before.
It was an animated film a couple years ago, and it had crap, what's his face? Somebody back me up.
Dano? Sorry, can't help.
Actually, no, I think it was Spock. Leonard Nimoy. I think he did the voice of it. Not the voice. He narrated it.
What's happening, BattleBot?
Hey, BattleBot.
You're gonna go work on some Dead by Daylight. Oh, for sure. Shit Ninja. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate
Have
it.
a good one.
Dad by Daylight, actually.
Dabbed by Daylight.
Dab by dab.
Best of luck.
Don't get dabbed on. Do the dabbing. So it looks like Fahrenheit 451 is in the public domain.
Is not? That's a bummer.
I think it is actually.
Oh.
I'm on the publicdomain.org.
Yeah, I listened to the Halloween Tree, I think it was last week. Ray Bradbury's writing is always very interesting and flowy, and it's just like, it's poetry. It's basically just poetry.
I just saw the movie on your screen
Isn't it precious?
through Mantis' stream. That seems like a really cool sticker.
Is it a sticker or is it a wood block?
It's a little wood block. A friend of mine makes them.
Oh.
And I told her I wanted the blue bee.
It would make a great sticker.
Thomas asks, what do you think of a healing power that can take away the damage and repel it back to the person who caused the damage?
Like a superpower?
Yeah.
So,
Like a
let's
superhero
say
power.
I cut your arm off, but your mystical power actually made you actually cut my arm off.
Yeah. And you know what? Thinking about it, I think that was something that American Horror Story did in their season with the witches. I think that was their third season. She referred to herself as the living voodoo doll.
oh, BattleBot, you're getting into Binding of Isaac. Cool. I should play that sometime because I have it. But I'm just really bad at it. It's fucking hard. The game's really
I like
hard.
that you knew what that was because I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, the Binding of Isaac.
I know what Binding of Isaac is, but I didn't know. Yeah. Oh my.
Oh, that's you, Martin.
That's a train.
You get the train.
Choo
I get the
choo.
ambulances.
Choo choo.
Everyone's got their own sound.
Let's get this sub train going, guys.
Air horns.
Let's get this sub train going. BattleBot. Sub club. Let's go.
But Thomas, to answer your question, I think that's a cool power. I think that's a cool idea.
That superpower made me remind me of Deadpool immediately for some reason. I don't know why.
I would become a professional boxer.
You'd never lose.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
I'd be rich.
You'd be rolling in it.
And if anyone came to like try to take you out, it would backfire on them.
It's
See, I feel like you die like the worst way though. Like you die from like stupid disease or something like that really easily.
Well,
Like you'd have like the stupidest weakness.
Shingles.
Because you know every superhero has like a
Shingles.
weakness.
Chickenpox.
Do you guys remember?
Chickenpox.
It would be hilarious if it was like your superpower was that, but except you were grown up to like your mother was like, don't give them vaccines. You know what I mean?
That would be the
Like-
what was it? The Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. There has to be some downside.
Does anybody remember the Phantom Tollbooth movie?
I do not. What is that about? The Phantom Tollbooth? That's an old story, right?
Yeah, it's a book.
Take a look inside the book. Reading Rainbow.
I'm so glad Reading Rainbow came back. LaVon Burton. Oh, I just brain farted. Oh gosh, Phantom Tollbooth.
Flooded you.
Phantom
I have
Tollbooth.
no idea how far in your... It goes by levels, right? Is this the original Binding of Isaac, or is this the supplement? Or
Probably playing
supplement that
Afterbirth.
you... What's it called? Afterbirth, yeah. Okay.
It's Binding of Isaac, Wrath of the Lamb, Afterbirth, then Rebirth.
Oh, wow. Wow, there's so many releases of it.
There's just 3 DLCs.
Oh, okay.
And then their creator is doing a spin-off game, Legends of Bumbo, which is like Bumbo is a familiar that you can pick up in Afterbirth.
Did you say Wumbo?
Bumbo actually.
Oh.
So
It eats up like coins, and it can shoot, and then it turns into this like attacking blob thing.
So do you guys think he actually? I haven't played the game, but I've enjoyed listening to other people scream at it in rage. So do you guys think like he's alive, or did Isaac not survive?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of lore in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's like there's like different characters of like the outcomes. So like one of them is called the Lost, and it's basically one hit you die no matter what. And you can't pick up like soul hearts or anything that can protect you. And like that one is like the dead Isaac as a ghost. And then there's another one where you're like a demon because you like follow the devil. And then there's like another one where Isaac has a wig on, and it's called something else. I haven't watched Body Parts in a long time.
Oh, BattleBots are only the newest one with all the DLC. So does the DLC add new things to it, like new items, or?
Oh yeah, the one Afterbirth added new level design, new like room layouts, new enemies,
Mm-hmm.
and then Rebirth added a whole lot more items, and I think like minimal like um room design compared to the other one.
Okay, cool. That game's been out
Rebirth,
for a long time.
I think Rebirth made the Angel, um, like if you don't take any like devil deals and stuff, like you get Angel deals for free. I think they made that like better because getting the devil deal stuff made the game way easier because they're really overpowered items most of the time.
The game's pretty intimidating, actually.
It's really hard.
There's just so many things.
The art style for
There's
it's
a
pretty
lot of
interesting.
oh, yeah. There's like a lot of game challenges too. So like um they're like seeded. So like you start with only orbitals. Sorry, can't word. And those orbitals float around your player, but you can't shoot, so you have to go at every enemy with your familiars and like those are like hard to unlock items.
Oh yeah, the cards are random every time, right?
The challenge runs are the same.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at least.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played in a long time.
I don't think I ever finished it, actually. Have you guys played Enter the Gungeon?
No, I have
I
not.
want that game.
It looks kind of cool.
It's really cool. It's like Binding of Isaac, but like a pseudo version of it. But it's like a Binding of Isaac, but Hellfire sort of game.
Yeah, it's like top down. Kind of looks a little bit like Hotline Miami, but the gameplay is more like Binding of Isaac.
Are you talking about like art style?
Well, Hotline Miami is its own art style. Maybe I'm only thinking that because of the guns. It's like procedurally generated weapons.
Yeah, the guns in Enter the Gungeon are like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
To the Steam to buy Enter the Gungeon and play on streams. I never get these work done.
Man, this is. Oh, I'm doing this all wrong. It doesn't even have that same feel anymore. If you get good at dodging, the game's a bit more easy. Yeah, I feel like dodging is like the pretty close to the most essential, but it's also the most difficult skill.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of the YouTube slash streamer called Northern Lion.
No, I haven't.
But he's played Binding Isaac since like 2012 on his YouTube channel.
The same game?
The original. Yeah, I mean like the original with all the DLC throughout the year.
I guess I meant like not the same game, but like the same playthrough. It's the same save file.
I mean, every run is procedurally generated, so it's like each run is different. So like it has replayability.
Kind of like Crypt.
Yeah. Crypt of the Necrodancer is procedurally generated.
Is that
Gungeon, Enter the Gungeon, Binding of Isaac.
So as opposed to like randomly generated, where it's possible to just get fucked, where there's like no exit.
Basically like every roguelike game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make some of the script a little bit more weird. This was too normal. This one, I wanted to match this the one I have here, where it's a little bit strange.
what happens if you add some water to the ink? Would it run?
To the ink?
Get like some, because you've got that neat watercolor effect going on in the mountains, but if you like introduced some of that to the ink that you put down, make it just like unpredictable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like not just the shape of the letters, but also.
Let me see. Let me get that ugly mountain that I had a second ago.
Yeah, the one you're gonna play in your Patreon.
Yeah. Some exclusives. Yeah, if you die, it's a restart right from the beginning, and it can get real frustrating sometimes, but it's also very refreshing because you don't have to worry. You don't feel like you're losing. You just lost time.
Yeah, there's a big run community for Binding.
I'm actually into roguelikes apparently. See if this bleeds or not. I have a feeling it might not.
So, this guy, Northern Lion, he has 487 episodes of Binding of Isaac
Jesus.
Afterbirth.
Oh, it does bleed. dope. Okay, let's see if I can do some other things with this thing.
Who's excited for Stranger Things?
Dude, I'm so hyped. Did I tell you my Stranger Things outfit last year? My Halloween outfit last year was I was 11. I had a blonde wig, I had a pink dress, I had the blue like jacket thing.
Mm-hmm.
I had it all.
Never watched Stranger Things.
It's worth it.
I do have very many good things about it.
There are many good things about the things.
10 out of 10. Would stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning watching again.
It's a good chance I might do that this year again.
Because I was having an argument with someone earlier. Like, they release all the episodes at once, right?
Yeah. I wish they wouldn't.
So you could maybe sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well,
all right.
mostly just because I want to like drag out the experience a little bit.
Oh, okay. Because I know, like, when I finally got around to watching it, like, I didn't get any sleep those nights. Like, I was up watching them, and next thing I know, it's time to get up and go to work. And I was like, oh, dagnabbit.
Jeez.
I could do that with Rick and Morty. I know Liz doesn't like Rick and Morty, but I could binge watch the hell out of Rick and Morty.
Oh, BattleBot into Stranger Things? I didn't realize you were into Stranger Things.
Rock on, BattleBot!
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Stronger thongs, man.
Stronger thongs. Oh my god, my friend posted this video of Solaire running around at anime conventions. You guys play Dark Souls? Any of you guys play Dark Souls?
No, I don't hate myself.
Dark Soul.
He like Solaire cosplay at cosplay convention. He like walk up with swords and like poke somebody and then just roll around on the floor the whole time.
Oh, I know, I've seen that. Where it's like, it said game of, or no, why did I say that? Dark Souls 3 when dodging actually worked.
Yeah. That's really the only way to play the game.
Yep.
Do you think the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog could make a horror movie?
Heck yeah.
I think you'd be able to do a real successful.
Never return to this lab? Come on now.
Okay, I'm gonna let this dry because this might make a really cool effect. I just wrote evil out. Is this the word here? And the ink's bleeding a little bit. I put 3 drops of water on it. It's bleeding just a little bit. And maybe just that little bit is all I really want. But let's see what this looks like when it dries a little bit more. It's a cool idea. Cool idea. Huel. You remember when Huel was a thing?
When did it stop being a thing?
Oh, my bad.
No, really, when did it stop being a thing? I need to know. I need to catch up on the times.
I don't know. I guess I don't write Huel anymore.
Liz is
She secretly just sent a bunch of texts that said Huel. Undo.
I have to get to their phone to delete the messages off their phone so they don't see what I said.
What do you mean there's no takebacks?
Undo.
Sounds like a wacky adventure about to happen.
I could see that being turned into a movie.
Yeah, right.
And you know what?
Those, like,
Oh, go ahead.
one of those like dumb teenage stoner movies.
Yeah.
That was a big popular thing in the
But what's the name of this movie?
mid-90s.
What was it? So and so go to White Castle?
Oh yeah, Harold and Kumar.
Dude, that's such a great movie.
It's actually pretty funny.
There's 2 movies about that, or maybe 3.
I know it had a little series. But I just had a brain fart that was a good one. The gentleman who did Courage the Cowardly Dog, maybe he could make a successful stop motion animation horror movie.
I agree.
Ooh.
The shit that he made was fucking freaky as hell.
If he made a horror movie, what do you think it would be about? I don't know. Martin, what was that character you were referring to?
What?
From Courage.
Oh, there's like this episode where there's like this Egyptian like lord dude. He the old dude wouldn't give this slab thing back, and the like mummified guy was like, "Return the slab." Yeah.
Because I know he had a couple that were really, really all kinds of trippy. I think he could quite easily kind of take some stuff from Courage and turn it into a successful. I like the character from your Inverse story, May. That's a cute design.
Oh, cool. You posted up some art. Oh no, it disappeared.
Well,
Oh no, the art disappeared.
and the Discord.
She posted it back.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Where?
It's
Where
on
is it
YouTube.
located?
It's on YouTube.
Ah,
Cool. Is this it's all done with vector?
She does it in a program called, what is it, Paint.net? I'd not heard of Paint.net till she told me about it.
Oh wow. So you basically just like you save your images online. That's cool. I like that you have the palette at the bottom. It makes a lot of sense. My palette is like disastrous. It's an old fake, but you drew it. It's a free art program, so everything's just saved online then. That's really cool. This is supposed to say, Mountains of Madness, who's farther, but I stopped at fart.
Mountain of Madness, who's fart? I apologize for that.
I see the art. It's like a princess or a lady, kind of.
My favorite teenage stoner movie was probably How High with Method Man and Redman. Actually, that is 100% my favorite.
I don't think I ever watched those. I don't think that was a genre I got into.
The teenage stoner movies.
Yeah, strangely enough, that was just
There's so many of them.
I think that was just.
Like, Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, I avoided that one too.
Yeah. I don't think I ever watched it.
I'm a big fan of I Love You Man, but I don't think that counts as a stoner movie.
I never saw that
Yeah,
one.
I'm too young to understand any of these movies' names. I'm a wee babe.
May based the character off of a song. So I might go see a movie tomorrow, and we're debating on Snowman or Geostorm.
I don't know what either of those are
Yeah, I've never heard of them before.
Snowman sounds like a bad horror film for some reason.
Yeah, is it like that's what I thought actually.
Yeah,
Like a
snowman.
serial killer snowman.
That's actually it. It's a serial killer snowman. That's his thing is he beheads people and he leaves behind a little snowman face head.
Are you like taking my chain?
Never.
Okay.
No, that's literally that's the premise.
Okay.
Hmm.
That was my vote. I wanted to see Snowman. And my dad wants to see Geostorm, which is a guy gains control over the weather and it backfires.
I probably go with a scary movie. And I don't like scary movies. I don't know. Both, to be honest.
I want to be an extra in a movie.
Just a little walk on roll.
Yeah, that'd be cool. My cousin was in. She was in The Dark Knight. And there's that scene where they were shooting, or the Joker was trying to shoot at the mayor or some shit, and they're in the city streets. And then everyone starts to run around and panic. She's one of those people running around and panicking. Oh, BattleBot recommended not Geostorm. Oh, what did it get ranked on Rotten Tomatoes? You're like the master of Rotten Tomatoes on the stream.
The
Another
I love the
disaster movie.
Batman.
Yeah, it's
Love the
another
Batman.
disaster movie. And that's why I don't like disaster movies. I don't care for the. I don't care for disaster movies. Snowman has a 9%, while Geostorm's 13. In other words, I don't win in any situation.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
You still there? Alright.
Yep.
A lot of the Batman movies are film.
Oh yeah, like that's how she got the role. They just needed local people.
Pittsburgh. Best town everywhere. Oh, I have to look up those weird city names for you.
Oh yeah, throw a link up there. If it's so bad, it's at least, interesting to talk about. Oh, Liz, your camera is a little bit up.
Okay, I tried moving it to get a better view. Is no good.
There's a little bit of a lag, so I'm not sure. Eventually it might repopulate. There's any parts of Ultimate Abyss.
Okay, we'll see how that works. Has anyone seen Paranoia Agent? I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, me neither. What's that one about? Paranoia Agent.
BattleBot says it's a 13%. Yeah, it sounds like either way, Beth gets to lose tomorrow.
There's no winning.
Maybe
So,
I can convince them to go see it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The earlier in the stream we were talking about how my state has a lot of different city names. So there's a California, PA, an Indiana, PA, an Intercourse, PA,
Oh no.
a Moon, PA, a Mars, PA. What the fuck? Other crazy design. Oh, there's a Bronzeville, there's an Apollo, an Athens, Big Run, Blue Ball.
Is Blue Ball?
Blue Ball. There's Blue
Yeah,
Ball.
Blue Ball, Pennsylvania.
Confluence, PA. There's a Dallas, PA.
Down.
A Daisy Town.
Daisy Town's normal-ish.
Houston.
Down. Yeah, I agree. Down.
A Jersey Shore. And these are like towns now. Paint, PA. Red Line. Group. PHROOB.
Through. That's a fun one to say. Over something. Over, I think over. Over on this side.
I posted a link to the picture of the Blue Ball, PA.
Blue Ball, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so
Founded in 1766. Blue Ball, PA.
Suki
awesome.
misread that as Paranoia Asian. Paranoia Agent is like the Twin Peaks of Japan, but only an anime and has an ending.
Oh.
Have you guys seen Twin Peaks? I haven't. I start the
No.
first episode and then I always fall asleep.
I know what Twin Peaks are.
Been meaning to. Here it's interesting.
My art teacher does music based off the music from Twin Peaks. Yeah. He's a freaking legend. He made guitars while he was teaching the class. It was hilarious.
Like actively making the guitar during teaching?
Yeah, no, like he made like the bass of the guitar, like the part you hold for like electric guitars. But he was like he was painting them one day, so he was using spray paint, so he had to use the little HUD that they have like with the big fan to suck out all the spray paint. So no one like gets lightheaded and dies. So he was like screaming while he was spray painting and teaching the class. It was hilarious.
It's funny. Invisible Man. Manga Osmo Tezuka.
I know of like the Invisible Man, not like the story or the book, but like the classic movie monster character.
Isn't there also an Invisible Man about the black guy? And then there's the sci-fi one about the guy that turns invisible, which is confusing.
I mostly know the sci-fi one. I don't know the about the black man.
There's a bird in hand PA and a big beaver PA.
I think Bird in Hand is my favorite so far.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, we're talking with Gaga, who's from the UK, and he's convinced that they have like terrible names for their cities. And I'm like, you have the coolest names for your cities. Real fun, Ivan. That's cool.
Jugtown, PA, and Eilick Run, PA.
Jugtown.
Run? What?
Or no, Lick Run, PA. Sorry.
We have Manhattan, Kansas, Mexico, Missouri.
You're not in Kansas anymore. So,
I'm surprised.
Blessing rains down in Africa.
Good song.
So at the Kansas City airport, there's a T-shirt. It says like, "Dear Dorothy, hate Oz, took slippers, go home, find your own way home."
I didn't realize Somewhere Over the Rainbow was from that movie.
Truly. I guess I find that surprising because I grew up, like, you grew up watching Wizard of Oz in my hometown. Like, that's just it, or in my home state. Like, it is what it is. You grew up watching the Wizard of Oz. So to me, that's surprising, but I'm sure there's something like, I could be like, oh, I've never done this, and you'd be like, what?
Because the whole time I just thought it was like a Hawaiian folk song.
Oh, yeah, because arguably, he did one of the best renditions.
So there's Dubois, PA, Dubois. There's Punxsutawney.
Oh, that sounds.
White, PA.
Is it Punxsutawney thing with the
groundhog?
Groundhog, yes.
You keep saying, when you add PA, I think you're talking about beer. Then I have to remind myself you're talking about towns, and I get disappointed.
Pennsylvania, that's really used. Greensburg, Beaver Falls. Meadville. Is it Meadville?
Oh, cool. Like mead.
Yeah. Greensville. There's a Greensville and a Greensburg.
Not to get the two confused.
Creative.
Like, one is kind of like south and the other one's really north. So it would be really hard to get them confused. Bradford. That's kind of a common sort of name. Hazleton. Bethlehem. There's obviously Philadelphia.
Isn't that a Native American name? Or no?
I have no idea. Pottstown.
Pottstown?
Pottstown.
Oh, Pottstown. Oh, I've heard of that.
York, PA.
A Clockwork Apple? Sorry, I should probably read the rest of the sentence. Tezuka's work is not translated. A lot of it is untranslated. He's created some good things like Alabaster, Phoenix, and Message to Adolf. Clockwork Apple, Buddha, The Book of Human Insects, Swallowing the Earth, and Apollo Song. I have not heard of any of those.
Me neither.
BattleBot has died.
That was a pretty good run, though. If that was one run. That was a good run.
Did we choose?
In real life. In which case, that's a problem.
Well, I'm sure their life was still a good run, but yes, that is a problem.
Yeah, that's also true. I'm not trying to take away the goodness of your life's run. But it would be a problem. And I don't want that.
Because, well, we've got, dead person, but also we've got dead person typing that they've died.
That's the bigger problem, I think. The whole reanimation thing.
Tezuka is the Walt Disney of Japan. I thought Miyazaki was the Walt Disney of Japan. Miyazaki's, pretty gosh darn golden.
I think the fact that some Americans even recognize his name.
Yeah. Or if they don't recognize his name, they, you could say, he did My Neighbor Totoro.
True.
Or, God, what was the one with the little fish child? Not that.
Moving Castle, Ponyo,
Ponyo, that's it. Because at least in my area, Ponyo was the first one.
Princess Mononoke.
Ooh, Mononoke. I like that
That's
one a
my
lot.
jam.
Yeah, me too.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Porco
Porco
Rosso.
Rosso. That's up there for me.
Was it Pompoko? There was also Pompoko, which is raccoons. My favorite was Whisper of the Heart. You never hear anyone.
Whisper of Heart. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
That one was really sad.
It just, I don't know. Like, of all the movies that I'd seen of his, that's the one that spoke to me more on a personal level.
Oops, this kerning is off.
Because she had cat statues. He's on.
He did a spin-off statue.
Well, that one's gonna have to get the digital treatment.
The only manga known by Tezuka is Astro Boy. Yeah, and I've heard of Astro Boy.
Oh yeah, I do know that Astro Boy. I've heard of at least. I've never watched it. Oh, BattleBot only died in the game, not in real life.
Oh, okay, good.
Good deal.
But what if you die in the game?
Oh shit.
Good God, man! When you.
What if you're already dead in the game? Oh, and Spirited Away. Yeah, how could we forget that one?
Because Spirited Away just went without saying.
Yes. I like Spirited Away. Did you see that link about the story behind the bat scene?
I did. That is, yeah. I believe it.
Yeah.
Because he tries to.
Heavy.
Yeah, because he likes to add like some serious deep stuff to his films.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not be surprised. So what would be a good word or term that insects could call humans? Like we call insects. What would they, if you were a bug, what would you call a human? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm just trying to be creative. Like, what is the distinguishing features that we, as, or even mammals, or I guess human, is the question, oh, all humans, what's something that separates us from them that would make, like, what do we think is their weirdest trait? And then what would they think would be our weirdest trait, looking at it from their perspective?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is, their skeletons are on the outside.
Oh. Okay.
So, like, maybe, like, squish shells or something?
Hidden bones.
Hidden bones? That's a good one.
Sounds like a Pokemon. Hidden Bones, go! Choose you.
Hidden bones! Use, rock smash?
Use Bone Whack.
So I still play Pokemon Go, because it's fun.
Same.
Rock on. They released the new Halloween Pokemon.
Event.
Yeah. I've been
I
so...
still haven't got a Sableye yet.
Truly? That's sad. Because
I haven't been out to play.
That's fair. That's fair. Because I hit up our town square the other day. And I think within like the span of 15 minutes, I had knocked out just about all of the new guys.
Yeah, when you get the double candy and then the double candy berry,
That's
not that hard.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
But I was super proud because I got a Spooky Chew.
Same.
Pikachu?
Dude, no. They have the Pichu with the hat.
You have to hatch those though.
I know, and I want it.
What's the hat?
It's like a witch hat with like it's
I'll pull it
kind of
up.
like the Mickey Mouse hat. You know what I mean? Like it was like purpley blue with like gold stars on them.
Okay, yeah.
I'll pull it up.
That's cute.
She's already on it.
That is cute, as they say.
Coyote?
Cute.
Liz, what level are you?
29.
29?
I know. I'm a little baby.
32. I'm
Dang.
not that far from you.
Cat on the porch is back.
Dude, tell your porch cat.
Wait, what's your cat name? What's your cat's name?
Oh no, I was just reading. BattleBot said cat on the porch is back.
Oh yeah, that cat.
Porch cat.
Your unknowing friend, porch cat.
Have I heard about? Have you guys heard about pigskin being similar to humans and the message disappeared?
I have, actually.
Because it's like their makeup is genetic makeup's relative. Okay, here we go. Message is back. The pigs have skin similar to humans, something they remembered. I want to say it's not just the skin. Like they've got a lot of stuff that's similar to.
Like, don't they do a heart transplant with some parts from pigs?
I think so. And I know, like when they do on MythBusters, whenever they have to do any testing, they would use pigs because they were as close to human as they could get without, using a human. Martin is BRBs.
Yes. I remember they use them for teaching people how to do injections for like nursing school and med school.
Okay, I don't know if Spooky Chew is up on the screen because I'm looking at mine.
Oh, I see it. You can't see the hat too well, but I get it. That's great that it just straight up says Spooky Chew.
Oh, I'd changed his name to say Spooky Chew.
Oh, okay.
That was me. And then they've got him in a Santa hat.
What'd you name that one?
I have
Santa
one.
Chew?
Yeah, I did actually. I've
Excellent.
been stockpiling them. I've got
All the chews.
Yep. I've got a Spooky Chew, a Santa Chew. There's one wearing a what was it? The main character Ash's hat from the show. I called him Peak Ash Ooh.
Yeah, that's way better than what I was about to say. Ashachu.
Ashachu.
I was not thinking very much. Yours is good.
There he is. Peak Ash Ooh. And then I had there's one in a party hat and I call him Party Chew.
Nice. So many all the cherries. Cheese. Mythbusters is off air?
Yeah. Mythbusters,
Has that been a long time thing? I just don't watch TV.
maybe a year or so?
Maybe I lived in the past.
So many Pikachus.
I call him Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Mispronouncing fictional words really annoys people. So whenever I see a Pikachu, I tend to say Pikachu.
Honestly, most of the time, like, that doesn't bother me. There is one term, though, that drives me nuts.
Let me guess. When people say Mario.
No.
Okay.
I'm Team Valor, by the way. Suki was asking. And I don't have a Sonichu. I don't think I have a Sonichu. What was I? Oh, I was gonna say something and it was gonna be amazing and profound. Oh, no. Reese's. When people mispronounce Reese's.
What do they say? Reese's?
Yes, don't know.
Mmm.
One cannot.
But then how's it going to rhyme with pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
Oh, that's true. Reese's Pieces.
Ah!
As she hangs up from the Discord.
And we're gone. Bye. I don't. Oh, Sonichu is a joke? I don't know the joke. I'm not in with the kids. I miss Mythbusters. I was saying that just the other day how much I miss Mythbusters.
Welcome back.
He's returned.
Yeah, like, you guys were turning all robot-y, and, like, but it was, like, me, not, like, you guys.
I was about to say, the body snatching invasion has begun.
Half begun.
Yeah. I can't tell if it's my internet or my laptop being, like, really slow. I feel like it's my laptop. But it like, feels like I'm being throttled.
Oh, but ISP?
Almost. Because the internet speed is never this bad.
You've met people who pronounce Yoshi as Yashi. Yashi. Oh, Yashi?
Oh my gosh.
Yashi? Oh, that's so bad. I can't even say it.
No.
Tomato. Lachu.
Oh, God.
So bad.
Mario is best like why
Liz, I just saw you put like two.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh, and your team foul. Nice.
Yashi. God, that.
Liz, your team Valor. The best team.
Yes, the best team.
Best team.
Also, seeing your phone reminded me that my phone died and I have to charge it.
I wonder if anyone's playing Leagues of
Oh, I
Legends
see
tonight.
that League of Legends pop up.
They might be going down.
Oh, Thomas is uploading his Inktober for the day. Man,
Oh, sick.
he is on top of it.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Oh my gosh, Mantis, you have sleeves on today.
I do have sleeves.
Your arm warmer.
Arm warmers.
Oh, wait a minute, what?
I never wear clothes.
You turned into Kermit.
Don't wear clothes. Oh.
Yeah, Mantis is actually shirtless right now. He just has arm warmers on.
Like those leg warmers from the 80s, but they're on his arms.
Just the arms. Just so it looks like I'm wearing clothes.
It's for the physical appeal.
What they can't see, they won't know.
That's true.
That Mantis.
I'm feeling like a little Fallout action tonight.
Ooh, good choice.
You haven't played Fallout in like
I haven't touched it in a long time. I probably forgot everything to do. Which is fine, because I'll just do something else.
That's the joy of Fallout. Like, and the game doesn't penalize you for what order you do things in.
Oh, rad.
See, watch this. I can immediately sway him from not playing Fallout.
Say that again.
I'm gonna play.
Oh, okay.
I can immediately sway you from not playing Fallout.
Oh no, your voice is blinking in and out.
The body snatching invasion has begun.
It has begun. Alright, Fallout will probably do nothing for your stream, so you might want to just cut me off. Hello? Can you hear me, Martin?
Yes.
There? Alright. Neat.
So what I was saying, I was making a joke, is I can immediately sway Mantis from playing Fallout. Hey, I'm going to jump on League.
Yeah. If you did that, I might play League instead.
It's not a joke when it's true.
Yeah, it's just true. It's not a joke anymore. It's just a true thing.
I'm not.
It's like people saying Mark doesn't wear pants.
I'm not jumping on.
Oh, you're not playing League tonight?
You can't tease him like that, Martin.
That would mean the Lag City.
It'd be a commitment. But it is pretty easy to get me to play Crypt. You just gotta mention a thing about Crypt, and all of a sudden, I feel like playing it.
Hey. All the girls, damn it.
There we go. We're buds. No. I think it's the should next. Martin is.
Wow, you both are starting to sound robotic. Does that mean you guys are being body invaded, or am I?
No. Oh, there's a lightning storm outside right now.
Oh. I think we had... Go ahead.
Oh, it's probably just on my end that you guys turn into robots.
I think we had that storm a couple days ago. Or yesterday. I think we had your...
Oh. That means Martin's about to get it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna rain tomorrow.
That's weird. Weather's weird.
Weather, how does it work?
Nobody knows.
Fucking
Do you guys
magnets.
know that, do you know that meme where it's the dude from the History Channel and there's a like straw and
Aliens!
ends out and it's aliens.
Aliens! That's my favorite meme.
You sound like
Oh no.
I think like what's that next one that's more
This is robotic.
You guys sound like the voice, the old school mechanical electric voice from like computers. Shall we play a game?
Oh my god, I sound like Platypus. Is that just like Platypus people? I think I'm just this Discord might be an issue. Okay, I think switch over to some callouts. So
Alrighty.
you're welcome to just blank me out.
Alright.
I'm gonna be streaming from the PS4 and I don't know how to do setups and stuff, but
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, because I still need to keep working on this, and I wanted to work on some more drawings. So
yeah, for sure. I'm actually pretty happy with the progress today, even though I just did like letters. I literally just did letters today.
hey, typography is hard. Fonts are hard. Don't undersell.
Oh, Martin's Discord crashed. Okay, but yeah, it's been fun as always. And
Yes.
goodbye, Liz's YouTube chat.
Bye, Mantis buddies.
See ya. All right. Bye again. Awkward.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
See ya.
now you guys just have me. Okay, let me catch up. Let me do some catch up, guys. There's a manga Suki wants Viz Media to publish. Sonichu is created by Christian Weston Chandler. A nutcase became a legend on YouTube. So what's behind Sonichu? BRB, he's uploading Inktober. It's called Ghost Sweeper Mikami. I don't know. What's that one about? Oh, here we go. It's about a redhead named Mikami. She kills, helps Ghost, and she has a partner who hits on her and a ghost friend who lived in feudal Japan who was sacrificed to a volcano. Ooh. It's a horror comedy. Also an anime and a movie. Thomas is a sucker for supernatural stories like that. It's a mix of Ghostbusters and Ghost Whisperer. The OP is quite upbeat. The manga lasted from 1991. That's a pretty decent run. Here's Thomas's Inktober. Let's check it out. Oh, yes. Heck to the yes. That's really good, Thomas. I love that one. Add that to my favorites. That's boss, man. Oh, Sonichu is a joke cringy thing. It lasted 39 volumes. That's a pretty good run for a comic or a manga. Ever heard of the anime Kaiba? Not the guy from Yuba? Kaiba, right? No, I haven't. I am afraid that my anime and manga knowledge is pretty limited, because back when I was really into it, there just wasn't a lot of material around my area, and like the internet just wasn't the font of information that it is now. So I missed out on a lot of stuff. And then I sort of became one of those, like, my media entertainment life basically turned into one of those things of, like, I either had the money or not the time, or I had the time but not the money. It's like the same with video games. There's a lot of video games out there that I wanted to play, but I couldn't afford the game at the time. Or I could afford the game, but I just didn't have time to sit down and play it. So a lot of times I'll listen to people do Let's Plays or reviews of the game. Just so then that way I can stay relevant. But anime, gosh, it's such a massive, there's just so much of it. Mikami never aired in the States. That's sad. Kaba has a great opening. It's bizarre looking anime inspired by the creators of Adventure Time and... Oh, it inspired the creators of Adventure Time and Steven Universe. I will write that down and check it out. I don't know if I'll be able to, like, watch any of it, but I can at least look at it. Lots of stuff going on this week, guys. All the things. I haven't had a chance to check out any of CR's new artwork. What was his latest momster? Oh, I remember a couple weeks ago he was asking like for people to recommend or suggest or just toss out like names of moms. Was that him? I'm not sure. But anyway, I was just thinking the mom from Kubo and the Two Strings, and he could have her monkey form be like Godzilla or something. Night, Martin. You have a good one too. Thanks for hanging out with us. It was also said that Kubo was inspired by the game Neverhood, and I'm not familiar with that one. Rita from Loud House? Ah. Siskel and Ebert? I have some memory of Siskel and Ebert, just sort of like that they were entities that existed. I never watched them because I was too young. I find it weird that CR made a Loud House related art during the whole Chris Savino thing. And it could be one of those just like odd happenstances, or it just could be like, that put a thought in his head. Always a pleasure to have you along with us, Martin. Always good to have Team Valor around. Is it wrong to like the Loud House given what happened with its creator? No, it is not. Because do keep in mind, he was not the only one who worked on Loud House. There was a large team of people who worked on that show, and they should not be penalized for his poor choices. So, continue to enjoy the show, by all means. Continue to enjoy some of his, some of the other things that he'd worked on. Because as I said, he wasn't the only one who worked on those things. There were teams and crews and lots of talent goes into making those shows. And sometimes people have a hard time, there's a scandal with one big name in a project and people have a hard time, separating the project from the person. And, oh, I'm going to boycott this movie because so-and-so is in it. Okay, that's fine, but, do realize that your boycotting is doing more than just, that person, that big name person that you're boycotting probably doesn't care. They're not the one who's going to be affected by things. It's usually the little guys who end up suffering the most. Best Siskel and Ebert review was 94th North. Yeah, I heard about that one. Suki, he hated this film. It's junk. First class junk. He gave it no stars. Yeah, I recall it not being that great either. That was one I did watch. Oh, I'm not that impressed with this ink pen. So I've been on like a sort of just comfort murder mystery. Like I grew up watching Sherlock Holmes and murder mystery theater. So that's kind of like, you know, those shows are kind of like comfort food, chicken noodle soup and all that when you're not feeling well. So I've been on like a comfort food, comfort show kick, and I've been watching a lot of, okay, this pen is really, that's really disappointing because it's brand new. I just got it the other day. So comfort show kick, and been watching quite a bit of Poirot. Whoa. It's a fart in a bathtub. Elijah, that he's a good child actor, but just not in that film. Yeah. Part of that I wonder, like, you know, how much of that is just bad directing also. Because if a director can't, you know, direct, an actor can only be expected to do so much. It's the director's job to direct. It's the director's job to bring the film together. It's one thing to let your actors have some free reign, but at the same time, like, at the end of the day, this is, you know, it's their job to bring it all together. Try this again. Meh. Why? Maybe if I have it stand upright like that for a while. So the director did Spinal Tap, Princess Bride, and When Harry Met Sally. So in other words, they had a pretty good lineup. Like they had the chops and the skills. So I wonder why this one just dropped. I guess you can't, you know, they can't all be winners, but geez. Of course. None of those are the shades that I want. Ever want to write an episode for a cartoon? Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. I want to write an episode for Darkwing Duck. That should not be a surprise to anyone. And I would make Darkwing Duck a little darker than what it was initially in the show, or, you know, during its original run. Didn't like film stereotyping. Oh, the Eskimo scene. I know, right? Oh, I liked it before I started using the brush. Dagnab. What have I done? There was a movie that had Tim Allen, and I don't remember her face. And they were a married couple who was trying to hide from the police. So they lived in this little Amish community. I remember thinking it was pretty funny when I was little. I think it was like Back to Basics or something. Now all I think about from the part of Nostalgia Chick's review of Sister Act, there are two wealthy bankers and they have to live with the Amish. Yeah, I had kind of forgotten all about North until I saw his review on the Nostalgia Critic's review on it. I'd kind of just completely forgotten about it. Oh no, it was like not that special Nothing really stood out about it. It wasn't that great kind of movies. Alright, gang, I think Vulture is done. So let's get a start on W. What time is it? 11:11? That's right. It is a Sunday night, isn't it? Night, Suki. Have a good day at school. I'm glad you got to see the end of, or, you know, got to see the end result with Vulture. I've heard of Matilda. No, I have not heard of that Matilda. Cuckoo Cachoo? Is W the walrus? I don't know what W is going to be. It's 11:13. I mean, I thought about starting W tonight, but I don't know. Oh, 2.5. We've been going for 2.5. I don't know. I think 2.5 is pretty good. Weasel. I like Weasel. Trying to think of something I haven't drawn yet. Oh, my phone is like at 1% battery. So, yeah, we will call this a night. I might do another stream later on today because I'm off. I'm off on Monday. I'm off this Monday. I took the day off. I might do a stream later, might not. Oh well. Oh, Japanese folklore. There's a demon weasel who rides leaves and wields a scythe. You're off as well? Good for you. No, I'm not in school. I'm graduated. But tomorrow's my birthday, and I decided that I didn't want to go to work. So I took PTO, requested the day off, was granted it. Might stream, might not. Oh, you're in college. Yeah. Alright, Thomas and May, if you guys are still with me, I'm heading to bed. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Hope you guys had a good time. If I don't stream tomorrow, I'll try and stream the next day, which will be X. I have 2 ideas for X. I just don't know which one I want to do. Thank you! Well, guys, we'll just kind of play it by ear. And until we see each other again, you guys remember to stay safe, stay smart, and stay fabulous. Oh, forgot what computer this thing's on. Alright, there we go. I lost the mouse. There we go. Alright, guys. Night.